G'day everyone, welcome back to Leaf Blower Revolution. It's been a while, but Leaf Blower Revolution has finally released another update. This update is called the Dice and Quarks update. So it's definitely something interesting, and I'll be talking through what has been added in this update. To start off with, if we go down to the areas, there is another galaxy. So once you reach over to Soul Crypt level 100 right here, and there's also another area, you'll most likely have another portal to go through like the previous areas, and you'll go through that new galaxy, which is called the Quark Ambit. And in that Quark Ambit, there are 5 new areas and 3 new bosses to discuss and beat there. And those bosses, we can have a sneak peek if we go into common. Actually, no, they're in the stats, enemies, and we can scroll all the way down here, and we can see 3 new bosses down here. So that's definitely exciting to see, and I look forward to getting there and discovering these new bosses. As well as that, they've got the main new thing, which is going to be dice. Dice can be accessed in new areas within the Leaf Galaxy, and they require the light and dark essence, so only 5 of each, to be able to access that. So down here, we have the Dicey Meadows and then the Glinting Thicket. So when we go over to the Dicey Meadows, we can see we can get dice. As you can see, it's similar to the Flower Vial in that event. And you can get dice here, which is its own resource, and that will refresh every minute. So what does this dice actually do? So if we head over to our Dicey Meadows right here, we can see quite a lot of new tabs down the bottom here. To start off with, we have the Dice Bag. This Dice Bag can hold similar items, similar to like Board Ventures and stuff like that, but it's got to do with dice stuff, giving more, even more bonuses to our damage and other resources. So I've already collected some here. We have dice specific stuff. This increases the dice battlefield damage, which we'll go over in a little bit. We've also got energy dice, which basically means our energy storage can be improved right here, max energy storage, seeds, BLC, printers, MLC as well. And we've also got the leaf here, which increases the leaf value multiplier. There's also 2 new leaves in with this dice, with the dice sort of surrounding it here. And there's leaf die here, which increases the leaf value multiplier, does increase the amount of leaves that you get of those new leaves, but others do not. So just keep that in mind, that if you do get a leaf die, it is very good if we upgrade that. The next is going to be the battlefield. The battlefield here is going to be rolling a dice every 30 seconds, I believe is the base amount, and you can upgrade that so it goes less and less and less. For me, I'm up to 22 seconds. And then you have some upgrades to increase the amount of sides on your dice and the amount of rolls you have of that dice to do damage. For me, my last roll was 393 damage. When you beat a leaf right here, at the moment I am up to a normal silicon, you can see that the bonus is up to 100 defeating times, and this silicon boss here, or whatever you want to call it, the battlefield, will give me additional silicon leaves, dice drop value +1, and also MLC coins. There is also multiple different types of a leaf, and we can see that in the future when I'll go over into the dice codex. The next is the curse dice. If you are a part of the Leaf Blowing Revolution Discord server, then you'll understand that this is a subtle nod to the game that we have, where if it hits a 6, then you'll restart your dice count to 0. So if this is a similar game with this, if you do get a 6, you head back to 0. But there is a lot of different mechanics with this. We can see the stats on the left here. A current count, highest saved, total saved, and also some other little bits like here, like critical chance and critical multiplier. So how this works is I've got them ordered, but you can roll the dice, it will keep going up. So if you roll a 5 and then roll a 3, you'll have an 8 in total. And then you can save that amount. Let's just say I get up to 10. I save that 10, that's going to be saved. That 10 will go into this next bonus part here. And then once it reaches a threshold, it will add a new bonus down here. These are actually quite some good bonuses. For one, the dice battlefield damage plus 90% is really good, as well as the slap damage and some other little damages here that will help resources along the way as well. So then we go over to the shop. With the shop, we can see that we have dice. We can use dice here to upgrade the battlefield roll time out here. This will reduce the amount of time per attack, basically, similar to the rollout time here. Bigger inventory slots, which increases the inventory size of the dice bag. Then we have dice sides. Dice sides meaning that you start off with a d6, and then d7, d8, d9, d10, all the way up until whatever the max upgrade is. And then we have the dice count. So what this does is, if we upgrade this once, then besides rolling 1d6, you'll roll 2d6. And you can see it slowly increases up through there as well. And then once we scroll down, we have two different types of die. We have the normal dice here, and then we have the power dice as well, which has got to do with stuff in the dice bag, which I'll make a guide on soon. We'll keep going upgrades here, but then we start to use our new types of leaves here that were discussed about before. The azurite leaf and also the niobium leaf right here. And they, once unlocked, you go to the next area, which I'll go into in a second. Then we have the dice codex after that. This dice codex is going to be all our different types of items that we get. So with this, we have the alchemy here. I just need to double check some other little things on behaviors, because you are able to get multiple of these items here, and I'm not too sure how they interact. So we can all see that here, and there's a total of quite a bit, around 20 here. 20 items here to collect. I've got around 8. Then we have the enemies. This is what I was discussing about before. As we can see, there's quite a lot of leaves here. So how these different leaves here work is that if we scroll the way up, there are 4 different types of one leaf. We have the normal, we have the champion, and then there'll be 2 more after that. And I am predicting that once defeated the next tier up, we'll just get a bigger bonus of the previous leaf. So let's just say the leaf multiplier for 100 bonus here is 20%. This might be 200%, this might be 2,000, that might be 20,000, and so on and so on. So for majority of the leaves here, we can see that there is a leaf in here that we all need to kill. And as a reward, we also get dices here, and they grow linearly with at least the normal ones. So I'm slowly going through that as well. So that has got to do with the dicey meadows there. So let's move over to the area, the glittering thicket. So what this does is this will spawn the new types of leaves that we get through the dice event, or not event, through the dice update. As we can see, there's not too many of these leaves spawning, so it will take a little bit to grind here. And if you're thinking that, oh, I'll just pile them, piling won't do too much, as if we have a look up into my statistics right here, my stats, we go to general, I can show my 3-day offline rewards. I'll only get 69 of these leaves here, which isn't a whole lot. And if we have a look at the upgrades into the shop again, that's Ball Ventures. If we go shop, we can see that these upgrades, even at level 0 here, require 5,000. So it's not really a good idea to be using gems with that as well. Speaking of gems, if we head up to the gem shop, there is a new tab with dice here, which will be used really helpful to get a little bit more help with the dice event, which will be dice count, dice sides, bigger bag, and also faster dice as well as all the auto features as well, so you can AFK it. Other than that, there's some performance improvements as well, so if you're struggling with that. New skin as well, which I can show you if I remember where it is, right here. Skins, we can scroll the way down, and we get the new skin, which is going to be the plush Borb right here. An area soft lock fix, so if any of you experience a soft lock, hopefully that has been fixed there. One big thing that they've added, capped gem trades. So what this means is they'll cap the amount of gem trades you can do a day. As if you have been playing this game for a little bit, you'll notice that training for gems is quite broken and getting gems and upgrading all of that. So they've capped the amount of that. I still need to find out exactly how that works, but from my quick read of understanding, they will just reduce the amount of trades that you'll be able to do per day. Other than that, there's a majority of just that new galaxy stuff, which I'll go over with once I get there. Not too far off, so that should be coming out quite soon. So that is going to be it for today. Hope you enjoyed and look forward to this Leaf Blower Revolution update here. I know I'm going to be excited for this. I'm going to be playing this quite a bit as well. So I hope everyone has enjoyed this. And yeah, make sure you have a good one. Make sure you like and subscribe as well. And as always, have a good one.